child, and all my friends had siblings. No one made fun of me for this, but I wanted to stay a step ahead of them, so I would talk about my cousins as though they were like sort of like my brothers, and mention that my parents made sure I was very well socialized, just in case anyone had any concerns. My dad is the opposite of me. He does not care what anyone thinks of him. He's from the East Coast, he's a psychologist, very self-assured, and he also wasn't like other friends' dads in a lot of ways. He was at least a decade, sometimes two, older than them. Really artistic. He was a painter and a photographer. And one of the things that we shared is he can get a little bit obsessive. And I do the same thing. Like, I have memories of him on a family trip where he'd be taking a photo of something and fiddling with like every single little camera setting, and it's taking 20 minutes and you're just waiting. And it's all just take a picture of like a weird door. And I do the same thing. Like, if I'm fiddling with something, it's like very well worth everyone else waiting for me to do it. So when I go away to college, my parents are instantly empty nesters. And one of the traditions that we carry on is every year we have gone out to Cannon Beach to visit family friends who have a house there. And so I'm like, oh, I'll keep coming to the beach in the summer. So I drive down from college, my parents fly in from Denver, and we do our normal beach house stuff, right? We like peruse art galleries, we're looking for sand dollars, we are taking photos of things. Every year, we also get these family friends a gift to thank them for letting us stay in their house. And so this year we find like a very nice, like a big seashell, shiny, very fancy, and we give it to them. It's the perfect beach house gift, where you put it on your beach house mantle, it's like very clear. And for the first time this year, they also have a gift for my dad. And they pull out this nondescript cardboard box and they give it to him. And he pulls out this thing that I have never seen before. And it's really like no one else has ever seen it before. And he sets it at the dining room table, and we're all like laughing at it. It's really amazing. It's like, who made this? Or why is it here? And we stare at it for a while, and I know what's going to happen to this thing. This thing is going back to Denver with my parents. It's going to end up on a shelf with all the other weird oddities my dad has collected from like the back recess, like a schlocky antique mall. It's going to go there. My mom is going to occasionally dust it. That's it. I go back to college. I resume my life where I am drinking too much. I'm going to punk shows in like very moldy basements. I'm making lifelong friends by, we'll get like multiple boxes of mac and cheese and we'll make them in one big pot. And we just put the pot on the floor and we sit around with forks and like eat it collectively. So I'm thriving in my life. And one day I get this email from my dad, and the subject line is just, "That's an order." And there's no text in the email. We open it and there's a photo. I'm like, oh, this is what he's doing with this thing from the coast. This gift is not sitting on the shelf, it's like out in the world with my dad. So what I see is this gift, which is about like 5-inch tall statue made of like hard plastic of a baby, and he's wearing a diaper, it's also hard plastic, and he's got the collar of a shirt, like the lapels and a tie, but there's no physical shirt. And in one hand he has a baton, and then on the top of his head is a large police hat. So he's a baby cop. And my dad has him posed next to the order board at a sandwich shop. And the title of this email was, "That's an order." And this becomes a series of emails. So I get an email of baby cop sitting next to like a serene river, dabbling on a hike. The title is "A Resting Place." I get a photo of baby cop next to like the bristles of a large broom. Subject line, "Swept up." There's baby cop on the counter at like a old 50s style diner. Subject line, counterintelligence. And meanwhile, my life is not quite as picturesque. Like, I am struggling to figure out who I am. I'm in college. I went to Evergreen, so I'm studying like a bunch of things at once, like philosophy and performance art and letterpress and like nonsense. I'm like getting my heart broken all the time. I play drums in a band. I don't know how to play drums. And I quit because we don't have any fans and I don't yet know how to tell if I like something if other people aren't telling me that I'm good at it. And it's not that I would have told my parents all of the details of my life like this, but they aren't really asking. And what instead I'm getting is every detail of all of the adventures that my dad and baby Cop are on. They are going to the art museum. They go to Europe. At this point, my parents have not taken me to Europe. And obviously, baby Cop is no more real as a sibling than when I would exaggerate and think my cousins were my brothers. But in some real way, he has sort of cast me as the eldest child and second fiddle now. And my dad is documenting the life of his shiny newborn. This goes on for about 18 months with a daily email. And then I'm talking to my dad one weekend and he lets me know that there has been an accident. Baby Cop has fallen from where he was perched for a photo, and he's shattered. So his leg gets cut off, he's decapitated and cut off at the cop hat, so it's really a double decapitation. And I'm shit. This was embarrassing to me, being out with my dad as a late teen and having him with this tiny cop statue and I'm trying to be cool and people are looking at us and he's very amused and I'm oh God. It was embarrassing, but it also gave him such a sense of purpose. This was a really long thing that he worked on every day and I wasn't worried about what he was gonna do when he was retired because he had baby Cop and he had all these adventures. And so I'm shit, it's over. And now my parents are back to being empty nesters. And I'm genuinely very sad about this. It turns out that I do not need to worry because my dad he's a great dad, so he did what any good father would do, and he researched the best medical care and found that there happened to be a doll hospital just outside of Denver. And so he reassures me that the woman at the doll hospital, even though she's not exactly sure what kind of plastic baby Cop is made of, she has dozens of kinds of adhesive. And about a week later, he returns home, and it is indetectable that he has shattered. My dad gets a larger camera case so that he can build a little compartment in there that is padded. And so now baby Cop travels around in this padded compartment. And today, it's been over 15 years of baby Cop. And the pace has slowed down. It's not a daily email. There's now an annual calendar. It's a theme for every month. And he has also learned Photoshop so that there's less precarious perching, and now he can just create images more on his own in the safety of his computer. So I know that, I am not someone who could carry something like this on for this long, but my dad has done this for an audience of 6 people. It's me, his brother, a couple of his friends, a few friends of mine, and that's it. And I'm never gonna reach that level of self-assuredness, but for me, getting to see that my dad has done this for all of these years, just because he loves being able to laugh at his own jokes, that for me has ended up being the unexpected gift of